Hold on a minute. I got to. Good morning, everybody. Hang on a second. I got to get my text to speech working. Let's go here. Excellent. Okay. Well, it's been an exciting morning already. It's a little foggy, as you can see. I am in. All right, so we've got videos on, mics on, music's on. Boom. We're only 15 minutes late. I'm sorry. Do I have my mic on? Yeah, I do. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get rolling here, and then I'll tell you what happened. It is, let's start out with our normal information, 34 degrees here in Hampstead, Maryland. We have one delivery today, but we have a trip to pick up some supplies up in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to be online for 4 or 5 hours, something like that. Yeah. Little surprise trip to Weber's, which is, I guess, north of Hanover, Pennsylvania, northeast of Hanover. So we'll ride through Hanover. I think the fog is going to lift soon, I hope. But yeah. So here's what happened. So they've got an extra. First of all, we got like an extra little. I don't want to say part of the order, but I guess they called in a special order at What a Day, which is the restaurant that we're delivering to this morning. And so, aside from their regular list of donuts, Danish, and all of that, they called in a late order for. I guess they got one customer in particular that wanted. I think it's 10 donuts, a cinnamon bun, 9 mini Danish. Like they've got their own little order, so we had to package that up. So I was a little late for that reason, no big deal. Then I realized we're going to Weaver's, so instead of using the battery for the Starlink, I just plugged it into the van because I think we're probably going to be. Hey, good morning. But you know what? I didn't turn my. I knew there was like one thing missing. I can hear you, but I just want to put the speaker on so it's louder. Good morning.
No longer. Heat.
Welcome to the van. Settle in, fasten your seatbelts. Got our delivery. Our delivery is underway. Oh, and I have a story about my ride to work today. That's another thing. It's been kind of an eventful morning. It's not the run-of-the-mill, walk through the process without thinking about it kind of morning. It's been exciting. So we got the extra order that's going to What a Day. That's all. It's in the van. Everything's good. We've got the trip to Weaver's. Weaver's is the name of that's not a town. I think it's Wellsville. Wellsville is the name of the town in Pennsylvania. That's where we're going to be going after my delivery. And
49223 says, we miss you, voice you, bro. Where are you yesterday in 12 a.m.?
What? I was here yesterday. Who are you talking to? 12 a.m. I was not up at 12 a.m. Although I was up at 1:30. Okay, I woke up at 1:30 this morning, and I stayed up. That was another weird. I went to bed. My sleep was. I had good sleep yesterday, but I did wake up at 1:30, and I'm like, what's the point of going to sleep? I don't like to go to sleep if it's going to be an hour or less, So we're going to Weaver's to pick up some supply. I think over the past weekend we sold a few more donuts than expected. So we got to get some supplies.
49223 says, oh, you sleep.
Every now and then, I do. I either nap or I sleep, which a nap is sleeping, but you know what I mean. So we did start out a little bit later than usual, but it's all good now. It's warm. 34 degrees. I think we're going up to 50 today. So I don't think I'll be wearing this jacket for long.
49223 says, what you doing before sleep?
What was I doing before sleep? Last night? I was watching John for a while, driving daily. I was online like paying some bills and stuff. I did that a little bit yesterday. But I slept quite a bit yesterday actually. I kind of took some naps. Wow, this bus is going very slow. I think this might be the bus that pulls over. It sits on the side of the road. Maybe not. I don't know. It's going too slow. Oh, and when I plugged in I couldn't figure out, it was the Starlink. I haven't plugged it in for a long time. I've just been using the battery every time I drive. And there's a cord that goes between the battery and the Starlink. The battery is actually attached to the Starlink, but there's a cord that goes between the two plugs. And first I plugged the cord that's coming out of the car into the wrong plug. I actually plugged it into the battery instead of plugging it into the Starlink. I couldn't figure out why my Starlink wasn't turning on.
49223 says, you don't have wife.
No wife. No wife. Why did you think that might have been one of the things I was doing before I went to sleep? I think I see where you're going with that. No, that wasn't.
49223 says, why, bro?
Why, bro? Why no wife? I don't know. I don't know. Kind of older now. Kind of past that. The school bus is going very slow. We're going like 30 miles an hour. Which reminds me of my story. Hold on.
49223 says, Stacy needs you.
Nobody needs me. Like, well, I don't want to say nobody, but my dog needs me. I have a dog. Yeah, this is going to be good. The school bus is pulling over. All right, so I got to tell you, on my way to the bakery this morning, I'm driving up. It's called Route 30. It's a 2-lane road, right? 1 lane in each direction. It's actually the road that, like when we go to Lenny's in the morning, it's the same road we're going down. And so as I'm driving north on this route, there's a whole lot of traffic coming south, right? Because they're all going into the city for work. It's a pretty heavy street. So we're behind a truck. There's an 18-wheeler. There are 2 of them, actually. There are 2 18-wheelers that are ahead of us. I think it was me, 1 car, and then the trucks. And they were going extremely slow. Like the speed limit in most of that stretch is 50. Drops down to 40 a couple of times. But the trucks were doing like maybe 30, 35. They were going ridiculously slow most of the time. But we never had a chance to pass them. I knew we were never really going to have a chance to pass them because the traffic coming the other way doesn't have much of a break in it. Most of the people and the line of traffic had built up quite a bit. There were probably at least 15 cars behind me, maybe more than that. So we're driving along, and most of us had sort of just settled into the fact that this was our plight for the morning. We're going to drive slowly up Route 30. Well, first a guy went flying past. There's one section of the road where it kind of widens a little bit, but we don't get an extra lane. The people on the other side get an extra lane, but we don't. So we're riding along. Well, this guy, I don't know how far behind me he was initially, but this one guy goes flying past all of us, past the truck. He's basically in the oncoming traffic. He's in that lane, but there were no cars there at the time. So he goes flying past all of us. And then a second car comes up, but he couldn't make it because there were too many cars coming the other way. And so he comes flying up, and he has to swerve back into our lane, and he does this right in front of me. So now we're riding along, and he is riding right on the guy in front that was previously right in front of me. He's riding right on his bumper, and he's going, he's like weaving back and forth. He's all excited. He's got to pass. And he, maybe for a minute or two, he rides like that. And then
At Civor9223 says crazy.
it was crazy, but wait, it gets even funnier. So he's kind of weaving back and forth, trying to figure out what he's going to do. And I'm like just pulling back further and further because I saw an accident coming. I'm like, this isn't going to turn out good.
Boys Double Hazy says he needs the high beams.
I thought about that, but then I thought, I didn't want to I was just watching. This was just a show for me at this point. So he's doing this back and forth. So all of a sudden he swerves over to the right-hand side. Now he's on the shoulder of the road. And it is a wide shoulder. I mean, it's wide enough for a car most of the way. So, but it's a ridiculous move. So he swerves over to the right-hand side, and he passes the truck. And seconds later, now there's a police car coming up behind us on the left-hand side. So the police car is in the oncoming traffic lane with the lights on and all that stuff. He's coming up behind us, getting ready to pass the truck. This other car that had passed on the shoulder is now in front of the truck, but I don't think he was too far ahead.
49223 says he needs to be like a John Cena.
John Cena. So the police car is now in the oncoming traffic lane. We're coming up to the crest of a hill. And I'm thinking, this isn't good. This is not good. This is not good. So we're coming to the crest of the hill, and he's next to the truck. And I guess the guy in the truck could see that all of a sudden notices that this police car is next to him.
49223 says ha 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 ha.
Yeah, whatever. So if you got to stop, or I'm gonna have to stop and ban you, right? So let's stop. Anyway, so he's the police car's now next to the truck in the oncoming traffic lane. We get to the top of the hill, and the car coming the other direction, or it's actually a truck, has to stop because the police car's in that lane. At this point now, all the traffic everywhere has stopped.
Says, why ban me, bro?
Well, because you won't stop talking. Like, just if you have a question, but like, just chill out. Okay, sit back and relax. So, now everybody's stopped. The police car is sitting between the two trucks with the lights on. Everybody stopped. And I guess the car that had passed on the right-hand side, we couldn't see this.
49223 says, oh, okay.
Okay. So the car that had passed in the shoulder is in front of the truck, but I guess he stopped also. So now everybody's just stopped. The police car goes up behind that car and I guess has to tell him to move up so we can pull him over. And then our truck sat there for a little while. So we sat there for like maybe a minute or two. And finally we went past the whole thing and you could see the police car was pulling over the guy who had passed in the shoulder. But the funny thing at the end was not even a minute later, that truck, so now we're all back on, we're moving along. I'm behind this truck again, but everybody has kind of settled down and we're past all the police action. We're riding along and a minute later, the truck is making a left-hand turn and is gone. So like if the guy had just waited like one more minute, the truck had actually made a left and gotten out of our way. But he's going to have a bad day. The police looked pretty upset because the guy had already jumped out of his car and walked up to the guy that passed on the shoulder. It's a bad thing to do, man, because there are cars parked along that road sometimes. That was my excitement.
Cameron Toys Double Hazy says, instant karma.
Yeah, I see. That's why I think I have to start. I might not actually live stream, but I think I should film my trips up to the bakery because like that would have been a great thing to show people. It was crazy. I think the scariest part was when the police car was in the oncoming lane and we're coming up to the top of this hill. You couldn't see over the hill. I'm like, oh, there's never a gap in the traffic that's that long, But no accidents, though. That was the good thing. Nobody actually got hurt. No deers. Deers. I always do that. No deer.
49223 says, I know.
It's all good. It's all good. So we're going to drop off the delivery at What a Day. They're getting their normal. I think they're only getting like 80 some donuts today. 88, 90. A little less than normal. They're getting their donuts and their mini Danishes and all that stuff. So their order was pretty normal. And then they had an add-on this morning. So we got that. I have to get gas. And then we're going to Wellsville, Pennsylvania. Now, normally that's a pretty neat ride. I don't know what it's going to look like in the fog. If the fog lifts, it'll be very nice.
Well, 333 says, good morning, Craig.
Good morning. How you doing? We're on the road again. pretty foggy here this morning.
333 says just woke up. How is your morning?
So far, so good, but it's been a little hectic. I just finished telling a story about a traffic incident that I witnessed on the way up. Just crazy people passing. You know, we were in some slow traffic, and we had people that were very impatient. But they got their just rewards. They did get pulled over. How about you? How are things up there? I think we're going to have a warm day down here.
Michael 333 says, oh no. How many deliveries today?
Just one. I've got one delivery, and then got to ride up to Pennsylvania to get, there's a shop up there where we get some supplies. So I have to pick up some supplies. We have a regular order with Weaver. It's called Weaver's is the name of the place. We do have a regular order that they deliver, but I think we sold a few more donuts than expected over the weekend, so we need to get a little temporary supply, hold us over. I heard a couple of famous people that died recently. Who was the actor? There was an actor, Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall died Sunday.
333 says, love the morning view. PA awesome, so close. Smiley face. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says, will the supplies be ready or do you need to pick them out?
No, they'll be ready. It's like a place, like when I go in there, I've gone up there a few times, and I have to pull into like a place where like an 18-wheeler would normally pull in. It's pretty funny. So here I am in this tiny little van, and sometimes there are some 18-wheelers around. And then
49223 says, Craig, nobody hit the like button.
Nobody hit the like button. Well, that's cool. The like button is optional. But they'll have it ready. I think it's only 5 boxes of supplies, so it's not too big today. I went up there before Thanksgiving for some extra supplies, and one time before Christmas I had to go up there.
Well, 333 says, thanks for reminder 5. Ways Double Hazy says they'll appreciate not have to load up a tractor trailer.
Yeah, that's true. Although, like, when I walk in there, it's kind of funny because everybody moves around in these places on like these forklift things, you know, where they like stand there and they're flying around. Because most of what they're moving is, like you said, stuff they would normally just roll onto an 18-wheeler. Oh, so Robert Duvall, I hadn't heard about that yesterday. I think he died on Sunday. He was 95. Godfather. back in those days. And then Jesse Jackson died last night, I guess. And I heard some story. I didn't hear much. Maybe I made it up in my head.
Plus 6448 says, good morning, Craig and everyone.
Good morning. I heard there was some kind of shooting in Baltimore, 4 people. I don't know why it would have hit the
49223 says, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, 333 says, good morning, chat.
There you go.
Well, 333 says, I'm still sad over Robert Williams passing.
Robert Williams? I know Robert Williams. Or Robert Duvall. Who's Robert Williams? Do you mean Duvall? Or is there another person?
Well, 333 says, the actor.
Yeah, wasn't it? Robert Williams. I thought it was Robert Duvall. That's the one I heard about. Is there another person named Robert Williams?
Well, 333 says, he passed away good years ago.
Oh, years ago. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Well, 333 says, lol, sorry.
No, that's okay. I guess because they're both names started with Robert, I'm like, wait a minute, am I thinking of the wrong person?
Or 9223 says, how much money you make from this job, Craig?
I make enough. I'm retired, so I really don't like look at this like income, you know. Like I'm doing this mainly to have something to do. I'm a morning person, so this fit pretty well with my Daily routine. Whoa, look at that car. The car that we're behind right now is a mess. So, like I drive for them every morning, but Thursdays. I make these deliveries and then, a few extra things here and there.
49223 says, oh, you doing this just for fun?
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much.
Four 9223 says, oh.
Like, see that car? Look at the front of that car. Do you see it? It looks like he just got out of an accident. I mean, I don't know how that's street legal. He's got the mirror taped on.
Well, 333 says, I mean, who wouldn't want to look and smell those donuts and goodies daily?
That's true. I do have all the donuts I eat, but I don't eat a lot of donuts. But they also kind of make breakfast for everybody every day. So I do get eggs. Nice scrambled egg situation every day. Truck out. The door is open already. That's good. That's good. I'll park like this. You gotta see. Glove is still there. I still think it has something to do with Nancy. All right. Do I need anything else? No.
Oh my goodness.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? I was just coming to get that. It was.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, there's another truck out there.
Oh,
I guess.
right, that's right.
Yeah. Let's get these. That guy didn't close the door. That's what happened. She was bringing the tray out to me because I don't think she realized the door was open. Got like a very tight little area for me to get through. Here we go. Hi. The tray on the bottom is the special.
Sorry?
The tray on the bottom is like a special
Oh, okay. I'll pack it up.
order.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Wear this jacket. We got a check. That's good.
Teamman-27L says chair and gloves still there.
I know. It's kind of crazy, right? Like, I think if I don't know. I think after a couple of days, I probably would have taken them away. Well, the chair is always there. I think they must come out here and sit during the day when they're a break or something.
Teamman-Q7L says woo.
Drive-through people creep up on you. All right.
Teamman-Q7L says, as to the traffic, they also serve those who wait.
Oh, what is that? Is that a Corvette? All right, so we're going to head over to Westminster, get some gas, and then we'll start the trip up to Pennsylvania. We drive through Hanover. Which is where they make. Does everybody have Utz potato chips? Utz. U-T-Z. Utz. That's where they make Utz. I imagine they don't go too far away. Not sure how far they distribute them.
Cayman-Q7L says we do.
Oh, you do? Well, this is where they make them. Hanover, Pennsylvania. When I was driving to work in the morning, heading down toward Baltimore, there was a time when my commute was around the same time that all the Utz
People 333 says
Potato
we do.
chip.
They are tasty and love the crispy crunch.
Yeah, I like them. They're pretty good. There would be many of them on the highway heading down to, I guess, distribute down in Baltimore.
Cayman-Q7L says we have them, but I don't eat them.
I've never been a potato chip person. Really. Although they make something at the bakery now I've never had before. That's like potato chips, like crunched up potato chips, like crumbles, and in chocolate, like white chocolate and milk chocolate. They make two different varieties of it. But I gotta admit, that's pretty good. I've tasted that, and it's pretty good. So it's just mixing up crunched up potato chips.
People 333 says yummy.
Yeah,
Kid, eat that.
it's pretty good. Yeah, if it comes to like chip type snacks, I'm more of a pretzel person. I like pretzels. I like those flat, like pretzel chip type. That I could eat. I mean, I don't say no to potato chips. If there are potato chips around, it's not like I won't eat them.
People 333 says I like those. Eat hummus.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do. I like dips. I do like dips. That's where I can get carried away. Like I'll fill up on that stuff before a meal, and then I try to eat the meal too. My snack food yesterday was vanilla Greek yogurt.
People 333 says sounds like a party law.
So yesterday I was like, instead of, I don't really buy ice cream much anymore. I buy just a lot of vanilla Greek yogurt. That seems to be my go-to. Like I started buying it big, like the container I think is a 2-pound container, and I'm embarrassed to say it, a 2-pound container of vanilla Greek yogurt probably only lasts me like 2 or 3 days. It should last me a week, but I It's ridiculous. By the end of the day, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I can't believe I ate this
says
whole
the view
thing.
looks wicked cool.
It is kind of cool looking. It's the fog effect. A little snow still around.
333 says, do you put stuff in it?
In the yogurt, what I've been doing is I'll open up the yogurt, and of course it's just me, so I don't have to worry about other people being offended by the fact that I'm eating straight out of the container. So I'm eating the yogurt, and then also like maybe some almonds, or maybe some cereal of some sort, granola type of thing.
333 says granola sounds dank.
I do granola though sometimes, but there's a cereal out there called Cracklin' Oat brand. They're like little squares. You know what I'm talking about? Cracklin' Oats, I think. Cracklin' Oat might be the name. So I'll like pop one or two of those little squares in my mouth and eat some yogurt.
333 says no. I like life.
Life is good. Life is good. I like Cheerios. Cheerios has a cereal out now that's like 8 grams of protein or something in it. I don't know what they've sprayed on the
333 says
cereal.
in Raisin Bran.
Raisin.
Paula 6448 says I love life.
You love Life the cereal or Life the event? We'll get somebody on here that doesn't like that cereal. They'll be like, I hate life.
Paula 6448 says life is good. At Nigel 333 says and that square wheat thing with white sugar top.
Oh, like shredded wheat, the little mini shredded frosted mini wheats, I think is what you're thinking of. Is that like a biscuit? Like a little...
333 says yes, so good.
Yeah, if I'm snacking on Cheerios, you know how sometimes the Cheerios I get are the cinnamon flavor, and sometimes 2 or 3 little Cheerios are stuck together. I don't know if that happens in every flavor. I don't get the plain, so maybe it just happens when they have a flavor on them or something. But AJ, my dog, has gotten used to, because I feel like it's really stupid to just give him one Cheerio. I mean, he's expecting something more than that. So if I'm snacking on Cheerios and I see them where I've run across...
6448 says so good, so good. At Nigel 333 says that's called a lucky stack.
Yeah, the Lucky Stack, yeah. So I give all my Lucky Stacks to AJ, because at least it makes it worthwhile. I didn't know that had a name, a Lucky Stack. I like that. Yeah, with Raisin Bran, I like the Raisin Bran Crunch version of the Raisin Bran. I mean, Raisin Bran is good too, but I like the one that's the Raisin Bran Crunch. The fog is getting thicker.
Well, 333 says, have you had strawberry cream cheese?
No, that sounds good. Is that a Cheerio? Is that a version of Cheerios? I have noticed that they're coming out with a lot of different flavors recently.
Or 9223 says, did you know this song Missy Missy Oh Oh Bora Bora Soda Soda?
No, I don't know that song. It's copyrighted material. I probably haven't heard it for a while. All my music is license free. Keep YouTube happy. YouTube is nuts, by the way. Have you know, like, sometimes you get in a loop of videos that they're showing you, and you're just like, where did this come from? Of course, that's that's probably what people are saying that when they come across mine. But so recently, I've gotten in the dog loop, right? You know, the ones where it's like they're all shorts, but it's like, you know, what is your dog really thinking? How do you know if your dog loves you? What does it mean when your dog does this or that? Like, so there, like this this morning when I signed in and I was just looking online for a few minutes, I think 4 out of 9 videos that it had suggested for me were those kind of dog videos. And I know that means that I must be watching them, but it's like, geez, they just don't stop. And then the other thing now is I'm seeing these videos where they're like telling you what like if you eat bananas, like what is the effect on your body if you eat bananas, or what is the effect if you eat, you drink milk, what happens? And then it's like a half skeleton where you can see inside the person's organs and you see what it's doing, like it's sick. I mean, they're trying to be educational, but it's kind of disgusting at the same time. All right, folks, we're going to buffer now. Okay, so I should come back out of this. We should survive this little disconnection for a minute, but while I get gas, you will not see me. Girl, too, you're not going to get to see my girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
I do it all right.
Hey, you do. Are we live? Are we on? Are we off? That's weird. All right, are we really live? Are you guys still there? Can anybody see me? I've got to, whoops. Check this out first. Oh, we are on. We're on. I believe we are. I see myself. Now I hear myself.
At Sivor9223 says yo Craig you muted. At Hollis6448 says you are seen.
I think we're back. Okay. Okay. You guys hear me? You should hear me. And let's turn on. Just going to my GPS. I want to get the direction or have the GPS turned on for.
At Hollis6448 says yes. I hear ya.
All right, cool, cool. Thank you. So let's go to Weaver. One hour and
On
6.
Market Street, then turn right onto Market Street.
Okay. All right, that'll work. All right, here we go. We are on our way to Weaver's. Weaver's! Picking up some supplies.
Stop sign, turn right onto Market Street.
Got it. She does have a slightly different voice than Rosie.
Hollis6448 says we going to Time Weaver. Daytime believer.
Dreamweaver. It's a little town north Hanover.
Cat.cs2 says daydream believers. Smiley face. At Sivor9223 says you two have some wrongs you know. At Hollis6448 says yes. She
In
found
600 feet at the traffic circle, continue straight onto North Center Street.
I'm doing my normal thing today.
Craycray says can you make her voice or is it what it is?
I don't know if I can. Whose voice? I think I can change.
Cat.cs2 says, "Good morning, Craig and chat."
Good morning. We got a little extra trip today. So we dropped off.
333 says, "Like make it different languages."
I don't know about different. I think you can. I think you can.
Plus 6448 says, "Good morning, just a cat."
I think I'm supposed to make this turn, but she isn't telling me to make the turn. I don't know. That's great then. Oops, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Turn right onto Maryland 140 West, Maryland 97 North. Right onto Maryland 140 West, Maryland 97 North.
Here we go.
Plus 6448 says, "Don't go changing to try to please me."
I'm gonna get a copyright strike for her singing. This fog, I think the fog is getting more dense as we go.
In half a mile, take the Maryland 97 North exit toward Union Mills, Gettysburg.
Soba soba.
Oops, what's going on up here? That's not gonna work.
Maryland 97 North exit. Then you'll take the Maryland 97 North ramp to Union Mills, Gettysburg.
Union Mills, Gettysburg.
Sean White says, "Good morning."
Hey, good morning, Sean. How are you feeling? Are you feeling better?
Maryland 97 North ramp.
Sean White says, "I am."
That's good. Very good.
Sean White says, "Ty for asking." Plus 6448 says, "Good morning, Sean." Sean White says, "Morning holla." At justacat.cs2 says, "GMOG Sean."
Yes, and this is one of the routes that we can take to get to Gettysburg. Someday I want to ride out to Gettysburg.
Sean White says, "Morning, just a cat."
Live stream out there. We paid $2.46 when I just filled up. We paid $2.46 a gallon. It's pretty good. I like being under $2.50.
Plus 6448 says, "Today is Lunar New Year."
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw something on the news yesterday about that.
Plasticat.cs2 says Happy Lunar New Year.
So like if you were using the lunar calendar, what year would it be? Is a lunar year? I don't know a lot about lunar years. Are they longer than a solar year? Not as long. Does it always happen on the same? I don't think it always happens on the same day, right?
Sean White says what kind of cookies you got for today. Lol. At Hollis6448 says I don't think so because it's always around this time of the year.
Oh. We had the regular
Hollis6448 says, but
delivery.
the celebration lasts 2 weeks.
Wow. Geez, we only give the sun one day. Yeah, New Year's Day, and that's it. Yeah, it was a pretty regular delivery. We dropped them off. So we made that delivery, and now we're going to pick up some supplies. So this is going to be a little extra. Not a little, actually. It takes about an hour to get to this place. But yeah, I don't know what makes a lunar year. Like, I understand a year, right? So the Earth has made it around the sun, gone a full circle around the sun. I get that. But what are we doing with the lunar? What does that mean? We're not going around the moon.
Hollis6448 says I believe it's driven by the moon's eye.
Uh, uh, so it's a certain number of cycles of the moon.
Hollis6448 says this is the year of the horse.
How is that determined? See, I can't. I'm too curious about stuff like this. Like, who determines what animal it is?
Sean White says that's what she said.
I mean, do we get a year? Do humans get a year? The year of the human? I've I've never heard of that. I've heard of different animals, but we're an animal.
9223 says Craig, God loves you, you should go to him. At Hollis6448 says it's a rotation of 7 different animals. I believe.
So many questions.
A mile, turn right onto Old Hanover Road.
I think the GPS lady's voice is a little more smooth, maybe. Might have to change up. I'm gonna look into whether I can change up. What are we calling her? Rosie's voice.
Right onto Old Hanover Road.
At Hollis6448 says it is interesting to me also. If I was in NYC, I would have gone to the celebration. I went last year. It was a lot of fun.
Does it? And is it like a midnight thing? Like does the years? They drop anything like a ball?
Hollis6448 says yes. They do have Midnight Madness. At Justicat.cs2 says is more Asian. Like the Dragon Parade, I wonder.
Yeah, you do kind of think of it with that's more of an Asian thing.
Hollis6448 says but today is fireworks.
That's cool.
Justicat.cs2 says that does sound fun. At Hollis6448 says yes, all Asian. Hollis6448 says fireworks and dragon dancing.
Dragons. It is really foggy. Like this trip, I've made it a few times. It's actually very, very pretty out here with the, some farms and stuff like that. But it's foggy out here today.
Justicat.cs2 says I think they have that in San Francisco too.
Yeah, I know their Chinatown is really big in San Francisco. got a street. I know there's one street out there that is just, you feel like you're in China when you walk down it.
Four nine two two three.
I didn't hear any. We're not in Pennsylvania yet. I think we're close. Yep, look at that. There we are, Pennsylvania.
Into Pennsylvania.
Jones 5862 says morning Craig.
Hey, Reed. Good morning.
6448 says I enter anywhere with an Asian population has celebrations.
Very true. Very true.
6448 says good morning Reed.
Next stop sign, turn right.
Next stop sign. Whoa.
Stop sign, turn right onto Westminster
says
Road.
morning holla.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if this Starlink is breaking up a little bit back here. Trees are pretty heavy.
Holla 6448 says no you're good, no buffering.
Wow. That's good. A couple of those sections had a lot of trees over the road.
Cat.cs2 says good morning Reed. At Reed Jones 5862 says morning just a cat.
Yeah, Reed, we made the delivery this morning already, but now we're on a trip to get some supplies. So we're headed up to a little town in Pennsylvania. It was about an hour from where we left. So what is that? Maybe half an hour left? 45 minutes.
Cat.cs2 says it's a beautiful drive.
It is a beautiful drive, but you can't see much of it right now. It's crazy how foggy it is. But it is a neat drive. This section here, like to the right of us, would be some water. I don't know if it's just a lake. I think it's a lake.
Paula6448 says yes, it's very dramatic with the fog.
I know.
Justicat.cs2 says yeah, like calendar pictures. Or 9223 says you go speed, Mr. Trek, chill out.
We're doing all right. It's very hilly. It's very hilly here. Deer next to that half mile. I wonder how they come up with those signs. Like, is it where the most deer get hit?
6448 says I love my calendar girls.
Golf course or something to the left of us. We are actually going too fast. The speed limit's 35. 25? What?
Cat.cs2 says what?
Speed limit. It's down to 25. Big cemetery to the right.
Cat.cs2 says I can't drive 25.
I know. I can't either. 25 is, well, we are going.
Cat.cs2 says hee.
We are going 25 right now. No, we're going 30. It's hard to drive 25.
Stop sign. Turn right.
Okay. I think the GPS lady sounds a little bit more seductive. I do.
Stop sign. Turn right onto Frederick Street.
X448 says I got used to 25. If I go more, they send me a $50 reminder in the mail.
They do like to do that. That's a good way to look at it. It's just really a reminder. It's working.
Cat.cs2 says why not the reminder.
I wonder if we're coming into. This might be. Looks like we're getting close to Hanover.
Cat.cs2 says are we Pennsylvania now?
Yeah, we are in Pennsylvania. And I think we might be getting close to. We might be in Hanover. Yeah, it looks like we are. It's a pretty cute little town. We're coming into theaters, seen better days. Yeah, this is like the center of town, I think, where we're about to go through these lights.
Cat.cs2 says love this town.
Yeah, this is about, if I made a right here, we aren't going to do it now, but when we come back,
Paula6448 says the theater looked cool.
yeah, it did look like a big old theater. If we made a right at this light, we would be headed back toward the bakery. And I want to say it's maybe 20. That might only be like 20 miles.
6448 says Pennsylvania is pretty big.
It's true. It is. There's like a soldier type person over there. See that statue? The Commonwealth, dedicated to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. 1904, maybe? I think it's in there. This place in front of us is a famous lunch spot, but they're very famous for their hot dogs.
Cat CS2 says, hey Clark's Bostonian there. My brother wears that kind shoes. At Hollis 6448 says it's a man on a horse, on the first day of the year of the horse.
Oh, yeah. See? Tying that together. I like that. He looked like a Civil War soldier.
CS2 says he ate his cage.
Stock Road.
Hollis 6448 says you could go back and make a short.
The horse. I think when we come back, we come back this way.
Cat.cs2 says y'all let's do it.
Lots of old homes along here. Suppose this fog isn't lifting. Of course, the temperature is staying the same. We're still 35 degrees. School to the right.
Cat.cs2 says I've never seen buildings like these before.
It's a lot of different shapes. Like none of these houses look the same. They all have a little different build. I think we're coming up to one of the Utz buildings on the right-hand side after we go through this light, I think. It's the Tidal Wave car wash over there. They don't call it a car wash. They call it an auto spa. Spa. For some reason, I just see a car with like a couple of giant cucumber slices on the windshield. Yeah, that's Utz. That is the Broadway plant right there. Probably in there pumping out some potato chips. See, now right here, we can't see anything, but like it's very wide open here. So I guess it's farmland, but if there wasn't fog in the way, to the left, we would see very far. Actually, I think in both
6448
directions.
says, can you smell any chips or pretzel as you drove by?
No, I didn't smell anything. And I have a pretty good sense of smell. So they must have it fairly well contained. I guess potato chips don't really have a strong scent. You know, I don't know what town it is. There's a town somewhere up in Pennsylvania that has a paper plant, like where they produce, they make paper. And I don't know if you've ever.
At Hollis 6448 says only the flavored ones.
Yeah, like that's true. But if you've ever driven through a town that has a factory that's making paper, it is an awful, awful smell. We come up on another like little town. We kind of go through another town center with a circle.
Lasmith 9820 says, good morning everyone.
Good morning. We're on our way to Wellsville.
6448 says, good morning Angela. Cat.cs2 says, PM Angela.
We got an extra trip this morning, Angela. We're going to pick up some supplies up in Pennsylvania.
Lasmith 9820 says, good morning just a cat and holla. Lasmith 9820 says, good morning Reed.
Yeah, last night we were in Australia. Now we're in Pennsylvania. We're like spanning the globe.
6448 says that was cool last night.
Yeah, I really like her live streams. And when she puts a video together, it's very well edited. She narrates really well. I mean, she does top quality of okay, kids going to school. Here they go.
Jones 5862 says morning Angela. Cat.cs2 says I missed it cause I think we were still on the road. I'll watch the replay when I get to work.
Oh yeah, you were. I think you were.
Plus 6448 says yes, I think the same. I wish I had the patience and time to make videos like hers.
I know, me too. I think I just have to throw stuff together and put it out there for the time being. I don't mean throw it like, but you can get really caught up in editing. Editing can take you, I mean, well, she even said last night, she said, I guess the one she's working on sounded like she's put 15 hours in one day, 6 or 7 hours. I mean, it sounds like she spends a lot of time editing, and which I can see how that happens.
600 feet at the traffic circle, continue straight onto North Queen Street.
Right. That's what we'll do. Yeah, this is called Abbottstown. Children here are under block parent protection. Block parent protection. It's good to know.
Plus 6448 says I am sure once you learn and know how to do it, it goes quicker.
Yeah.
Justicat.cs2 says do shorts. My UNCS had a short done of a short vid and it got thousands more views.
Yeah, shorts do get a lot of views. I agree. Well, the thing about shorts, like, is it just me or for shorts, you don't really do a thumbnail, right? Like, you can't apply a thumbnail to a short unless I'm missing something. You can try, but I think YouTube just displays a picture from the beginning of the short. Like, it picks something. At least that's what's happened with mine. Which I kind of don't like. I wish you could put a thumbnail, you know, because sometimes you want to have like a title on it. But thumbnail, I mean, shorts are really designed for the whole doom scrolling thing. That's why you get so many views, because if you get it in one of those cycles, you know, people are
Plus
most likely going to see
6448
it.
says no, you can pick one yourself but only from what's in the short.
Right. So you can't make it, right? You can pick the moment that you want. Well, I didn't know that. What is this truck doing? Oh, it's waiting. Oh, this is the.
Plus 6448 says yes, correct.
Oh, I got to figure out how to do that because I would be happy with that. If I got to pick the moment that is shown as the thumbnail, I'd be okay with that. The truck looks really long. I know it's not. It's not any longer than any other. I guess just because it's sitting in the middle of town. It looks big.
Justicat.cs2 says, are we in the bakery van?
We are. We are in the bakery van. We're going to pick up some supplies.
Flight right onto Pennsylvania 194 North, North Queen Street.
At Justicat.cs2 says, I don't hear the roly thing.
The roly thing. You mean the rack, like the rattly thing? You don't hear that? It hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been too bad today, but it's there. Probably want to keep some cool air on the phone. Yeah, you're right though. It is better. I don't hear it as much. Now that you say that.
6448 says, oh, BTW, I noticed your live stream gets posted right away after you end. I still haven't figured out why mine goes to private and process for 12 hours.
Well, mine does go, ever since I started using YouTube to broadcast, it does go to private if I don't change it. So right after, like, as soon as I end my live stream, I go to the processing tab and change it to public. So I do have to manually do that now. When I was using Prism, I didn't have to do that, but now I do. So it is public right away. It's public right away because I manually change it. But it still processes for 12 hours or, depending on the length. It's usually about 12 hours. So that still takes a while. But you can, even though it's processed, you can change it from private to public. And I don't know, I don't see any reason why it does that. I don't know why it changes it to private automatically. Unless that's just a YouTube thing.
6448 says, I don't see that option. It's after you end, you change it.
Yeah, after the live stream ends, one of the, you'll see like a box that says it's, or it looks like where the thumbnail would normally be, and it just says processing. But in the upper right-hand corner of that, there are the three little dots. If you click on the three little dots, I think that's where the three little dots are, then you have a choice to edit. It has like two different choices that it comes up with, and one of them is edit. So if you pick edit, it'll take you into the editing window and you can change it. That's what I do on my phone. If I was home, I would just do it on the PC, and that would be in
6448 says yours gets posted, but the chat isn't there right away.
Right, that's correct. The chat's not there right away. That's right. I don't know if the chat, I guess the chat comes when after it's done processing. What do we got going on here?
Paula 6448 says I have to try it next time.
Yeah, it will let you. It doesn't speed up the processing or anything, but it at least your live stream replay is out there. It's just not done. Not done yet. This town is called Berlin. We're in East Berlin right now.
Stacat.cs2 says I feel like we just passed this town.
I know the towns kind of look the same, don't they? But we are in East Berlin. Isn't East Berlin what used to be the communist side? Right? Over in Germany, it was East and West Berlin. West Berlin was the good side, right? I think. Now we're getting some rattling in. I don't think you hear it quite as much though with my microphone. It's the kind of wingo Dan. I mean,
6448 says so to change the thumbnail on short is easy. Just go to edit, click on the pencil on the picture, and slide it till you find what you want, then save.
oh, okay. I'm going to do that. I mean, because I have a couple out there now that I don't really like the picture they chose. I go right.
Six 6448 says yeah, it all looks the same especially with the fog.
It does. Pennsylvania has some funny names for their towns. We were up before Thanksgiving and before Christmas.
Cs2 says yeah, I feel like I'm in a loop law.
It's a loop. It's, there's a town to the east
That's
of
right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Bermuda Church Road. You gotta make it right. There's a town that we drove through. I went there twice, once before Christmas and once before Thanksgiving. There's another place up just to the east of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But there is a town you ride through up there called Intercourse.
Right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Right on Bermudian Church.
Cat.cs2 says, Edie, what's the town again?
Intercourse. What do you just want me to say it again? And then there's some place up there called Blue Ball. I mean, I'm not kidding. They name their towns this. It's a legitimate name. There's actually a lot of Amish people that live around Lancaster and those communities.
Cat.cs2 says, lol. We totally joking about the blue ball.
No, there's a place called Blue Ball. Seriously.
6448 says, my brother has a home in Harrisonburg but lives in Mechanicsburg and my nephew lives near Hershey.
Oh yeah, got Hershey up there. That's true. Of course. Yeah, see, when you're riding along here, if it wasn't so foggy, you would see all this farmland. And it's kind of like straight ahead, you can't see it, but it gets very hilly. Right in front of us, it gets very hilly.
6448 says, I wonder what goes on in intercourse that's not happening in blue balls.
Well, by definition, I think we all know. All right, now we're going to get a little.
Cat.cs2 says, LMAO.
We could break up a little bit through this little forest. We got a bike up here. We got a biker.
Cat.cs2 says he had no reflectors.
No, he did. He has quite a hill to go up. That whole section there was hilly.
Stop sign. Take a sharp left.
Sharp left. We're almost there. 10 minutes.
Stop sign. Take a sharp left onto Davidsburg Road.
Justicat.cs2 says he has balls.
We're not making just a regular left. This is a sharp left. We're not in blue balls, though. We're not in blue balls. I'm just saying there is a place called that. And I think it's just ball. I'd have to look it up. I don't know if it's blue balls or if it's plural or singular.
Justicat.cs2 says lol.
I think there's another name. I can't think of it now. They're the two that stick in my mind.
Red Run Valley Road and turn right onto Crawltown Road.
Crawltown.
Hollis6448 says maybe he wants to get hit. So this was he won't have to pedal up the hill.
Turn right onto Crawltown Road.
This is like a giant farm. This farm is huge. I don't know what they do. Look at those, what are they called? Silos?
Justicat.cs2 says OMG yeah holla.
One thing is for sure, farmers work pretty hard.
Cat.cs2 says I can see land now.
Can't really be a lazy farmer. It's getting a little brighter.
Six four four eight says you know what I never understood. It's a huge farm but they build the home so close to the road.
Yeah, that's true. That is kind of weird, right? I'm really surprised if we don't have some buffering. What water that is? We just...
Six four four eight says unless they build the house before the road.
Little blind rabbit. Yeah, it was really small, like a dirt road almost. You know, maybe it wasn't traveled as much as it is now.
Stop sign. Turn right.
Stop sign, turn right. Oh, yeah.
Sign. Turn to Wellsville Road.
Wellsville Road, that's where we're going. You really kind of feel like you're in the middle of nowhere while you're out here. Fresh eggs.
Oh, 6448 says you are just surrounded by fog.
I need to clean the window. Gotta remember to do that before we leave. Looks like a tree farm to the left of us there.
Plus 6448 says I wonder if there is a market for rotten eggs.
Right. Right. When you go pick them up. Eggs actually do last a long time. Surprising, I think. And some people don't refrigerate their eggs. I don't quite understand how that works, but I know there are people that do not refrigerate their eggs. And they're perfectly okay. getting close. Well, they really want you to slow down for this turn. Not fooling around with that one. I think the farms here, yeah, they're horses. Over there. You're the horse. Diamond Creek. Over there.
Feet, continue onto York Street. Continue onto York Street, then turn left onto Carlisle Road, Main Street.
It's there. We're almost there.
Stop sign, turn left onto Carlisle Road, Main Street.
Welcome to Wellsville. Wellsville is very small.
Pass North Street and turn right onto Chestnut Street.
Like, we're basically in the middle of Wellsville already. And you're like, hey, we're here. But that's how quickly you go through Wellsville. Weird.
Right onto Chestnut Street. Then you'll take your first left onto North Street.
We don't really make a left. This is a little misleading the way they talk through this. There it is, Weavers of Wellsville.
Left onto North Street. Then your destination will be on the right.
Yeah, we're not going.
At Hollis 6448 says well.
Let's go around the speed bump. There's a reason. Trailer pickup, butcher shop, deli, receiving. All right, don't see all this.
Your destination is on the right.
Lots of times they have 18-wheelers out here. I don't see any though. So we're gonna back right up into that spot. This is me pretending to be an 18-wheeler.
The Unfiltered One says hi, Craig.
Hey there. Good morning. I'm in a really small 18-wheeler right now. I don't know how 18-wheeler.
6448 says good morning.
It's taking me longer to pull in here than it would an 18-wheeler. Uh-oh. Am I losing you? I might lose you guys while I'm in here. Are you?
6448 says small and too low for the loading dock.
Are you still there?
The Unfiltered One says holla, good morning.
Why am I getting that? Doesn't like something about that. Are you guys still with me? I'm worried that this wall next to me is too close for the Starlink. Oh God, you guys are still there.
Holla 6448 says don't lose us. You
Okay.
all hold hands.
Stay there. Let me pull in here. You still there? It says I'm live. Pull it up here.
At Paula 6448 says yes, it's good now.
Okay, cool.
6448 says yes, it's good now.
Okay, cool.
6448 says yes, it's good now.
Stop it.
6448 says yes.
Stop it. There we go. If I look at the video, I have to. Okay. So let me go in there and see if I can get. Get our stuff. Oh, you know what?
Do I have to repeat myself?
I'm going to turn you so that you can see. You still there? I saw reconnecting going on up there. Come here. First of all, this phone. It's not going in my pocket. That goes there. Hello.
We'll get you.
Okay, thank you. It's really cold in here. There it goes. I'm alive again. I'm alive again. How long were you reconnecting? Oh my God. Got back in and you guys were spinning. You were spinning. My bag. Back, you all there? There we go. Back, you all there? There we go. Back, you all there? Stop. There we go. Oh my God. There we go. Okay. I don't know how long that was buffering. I saw when I got in. You didn't see me load the truck. Sad. All right, we are loaded up. Got my boxes. We're ready to roll. So, let me turn
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says not the loop again.
not the loop again. Are you good now? I think you can see me now. I think. I just loaded the van. And I pulled out into the open again. The problem is I'm like in a tight little spot where there are walls on both sides of the van, so I think it lost the connection for a minute. Not too long though, I don't think. Let me go back here. Just pull this. Here we go, back here. So now I want to go back.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says I still see you parked.
Yeah, I am still parked. I am sitting still at the moment. I just want to change my thing here. Your location. Now I'm going to flip it. I want to go to the bakery. Where's the bakery? Choose location. Okay, 58 minutes. We have 58 minutes to get back to the bakery. One more thing I'm going to do while I'm here. Before we get started, I'm going to reset the music. So if I don't do that, it'll convert over to licensed music, and then I'm in big trouble. Shuffle that.
At justacat.cs2 says I couldn't see you loading because the roller rack was in the way.
The roller rack. Oh, the one that's in the back. So you did see part of that? Okay. So it wasn't, when I came back in the van, it looked like it was disconnected, but that was only a short time. Maybe. Okay. I just realized I did my, okay, we're going to be going here in just a second. Please hold, ladies and gentlemen.
Justacat.cs2 says he good morning at Heather Unfiltered 1.
Good morning, Heather. Hang on one second. We'll be departing momentarily. We're just waiting for clearance. Clearing the runway. Here we go. This is where I want to go. Want to hear something stupid? I don't mind admitting. I was just trying to adjust the music on the wrong phone. Did you hear the music on this for a second there on the speaker? Okay, shuffle play. Let's stop.
Justacat.cs2 says it worked and sounded fine the whole time on my end. Sounded like people talking.
Oh, okay.
At Hollis6448 says good morning Cameron.
Oh, so you heard me in there when I was...
Justacat.cs2 says I can't hear the music anymore.
All right, here we go. There you go. I don't like that song, but we're back. We're back. We're all good.
Justacat.cs2 says he good morning at Cameron's Ways Double Hazy.
We're all good. We are about... We got the all clear. We're able to return to the home base bakery with our...
Left onto Carlisle Road, Main Street.
Carlisle Road, Main Street.
Justacat.cs2 says I just didn't say anything because I'm checking work emails.
It's understandable. It's understandable. I'm watching live streams, it's on my TV. I feel very connected when I do that, but I do the same thing. Like if I have to actually get some stuff done, I watch it on, and you really can't do anything when you're watching it on TV.
Stop sign, turn right.
Step something, turn right.
At the stop sign, turn right onto York Street.
Okay, all right, pumpkin. Have you all noticed that John's not very nice to his GPS lady, and I feel like we need to support the GPS lady. Try to be nice, even though she doesn't have a heart. She's cold-hearted.
6448 says, did you just call her pumpkin?
I think I did.
Next slight right to stay on Wellsville Road.
We got a slight right. We've got horses over here. Oh, look at all the flags over there lining the driveway.
Cameron's Double Hazy says, be nice to the overlords for when they take over.
Exactly.
Take a slight right to stay on Wellsville Road.
Slight right. Yeah, see, I don't understand why she says that, because you'd go this way anyway. This is the way the road goes.
6448 says, should we leave? Do you want alone time with pumpkin?
No, she's working. She's in her professional mode right now.
Cat.cs says Craig and pumpkin eating. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says, what did you get her for Valentine's Day?
I got a new power cord. Now, if I heard somebody say that, I would probably say, "Oh, that's what we're calling it now." But I'm not going to say that because I was the one that said it.
Cat.cs2 says, lol. Double Hazy says, so that's what we're calling it now.
The old power cord.
Cat.cs2 says LMAO. Getting spicy again.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Power cord. At Hollis6448 says, I bet she gave you some sweet pumpkin.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Crawltown Road.
She likes to give direction.
6448 says a lady who takes the lead.
She definitely is.
Craig 3069 says Craig morning.
Hey, good morning, Craig. We're on a supply run trip today, not the delivery. Well, we had a delivery earlier, but now the reason it's so much later is I'm on a supply run. We just picked it up. I don't know what body of water that is, but it's very clear. A little stream. It's a dangerous intersection. Danger.
Craig 3069 says Craig, oh nice, this is a great view.
Yeah, we got a lot of fog here today. It's starting to lift
At
though.
justicat.cs2 says good morning at Kim and Craig 3069.
It is starting to lift though. You can see out a little further now. When we first came up here, it was very, very, very foggy. Not froggy, foggy.
6448 says good morning Kim and Craig. At Kim and Craig 3069 says Craig morning justicat.
On the left there, it looks like people were riding around in the snow.
Kim and Craig 3069 says Craig morning holla.
See this farm? It's huge, right? I feel like I should pull under that thing and let it dump grain on top of the van. I think that would be fun. I don't know if Jen and Bob would like that very much though.
Stop sign. Turn left.
Oh, look, I just saw a pig. There was a pig in that farm.
Stop sign. Turn left onto Davidsburg
Some
Road.
cows right there.
Holla 6448 says it would be fun but the video might be grainy.
What would be grainy? Did I miss something? What would be grainy?
West Red Run Church Road and take a sharp right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Sharp right, sharp right. That one. Is that it? No. It's up here. I do that every time.
Sharp right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Because there's a sharp right. This is a really sharp right. Hang on, everybody. Seatbelts, grab them.
9223 says when you upload 4K cam.
Oh.
Craig 3069 says Craig, we had rain here all day yesterday and most of the night.
Oh, that's not good. It's been a little. Still got the snow is melting.
9223 says OWWWWWW.
Wow. She got really carried away with that, didn't she? She didn't know to put all the W's together and just make a woo. Woo.
6448 says if you pulled in there with the van and got it covered with gain, the video quality might be gaining.
Oh,
Craig
that's why.
3069 says Craig, thanks Sibor.
I got it now. That's grainy. Yeah, it looks kind of dark up here. It's like we're going back into the fog, I think. This fog looks dark. Maybe it's just the difference between the snow on the ground and less snow on the ground. Enjoy beef, real food for real people.
Craig 3069 says, Craig, we call it low cloudiness.
It is low cloud. It basically is. That's what it is. It's a low cloud. It's almost like we're flying. I mean, this is what it's like if you're in a plane. Except slower. What's going on with the Olympics? Is anybody watching the Olympics?
6448 says, I feel like head is in the clouds.
Stop sign, turn left.
I wonder why she doesn't say at the stop sign. Maybe she does and it just cuts
Stop
it off.
sign, turn left onto Pennsylvania 194 South.
She's pretty abrupt today. She's a little snappy today. I like this car. And this truck. Here comes a truck rolling along. Watch this. It's going to be fast. All right, let's do it.
Craig 3069 says, Craig, I have no idea what's going on with Olympics.
Yeah, me either. I haven't really been watching it. Somebody told me that there's some controversy with...
6448 says, I think Pumpkin is pissed at you. What did you do?
I don't know. I'm being nice to her. I heard something about Canada, the curling. Like the only part of it that I've seen so far is like right at the beginning, I saw some of the curling. And that just cracks, that sport cracks me up because of the whole, when they're like sweeping the ice in front of the thing. I just think that's funny. But I heard there's a controversy that the Canadians were like touching the, what do you call it? Whatever the curling thing is. The rock looking thing. I heard they were like adding an extra little touch, like they'd let go of it. And when you let go of it, you're not allowed to touch it again. But they were like hitting it with their pinky or something, like to try and help direct it.
Cameron's Double Hazy says there's been controversy over touching the stone beyond the hog line.
Yeah.
6448 says, I love the curling. I was watching it, but not lately.
Oh, it's called a stone. I was calling it a rock, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard. But that's all I've really heard about the Olympics.
Alice 6448 says excessive stone touching. That's a no-no.
That's true. You got to keep your fingers off the stones. We are back in East Berlin. I think it would be kind of. I think it would be cute if East Berlin built a wall on the western border of East Berlin. I think they should build a wall just to be funny. And then somebody could come up here and stand on the west side of the wall and say, I don't know what the mayor of East Berlin's name is. Let's say it's Sam. So you'd come up and you would stand on the west side of the wall. And you would say, Sam, tear down this wall. Be very historical. Supermarket out in the middle of nowhere.
P21 says, Craig, hello.
Hello. Good morning.
6448 says, I would be surprised if they haven't done that. 21 says, I am NKT doing well. At Hala 6448 says, good morning, Zoff. Twenty-one says, hello, Hala.
So NKT, was that really supposed to be NOT? Which would sound like you were saying, I'm not doing well? It's not good. I hope watching a little ride along
Hala
helps you do better.
6448 says, say sorry. At justicat.cs2 says, HII, it's A21. Good morning. Twenty-one says, I am working a 12-hour shift today and I am not going to be good when I am done.
Oh. That's a
At
long,
A21 says, hello.
that's a long shift. This barn is very close
21
to the
says,
road.
my side of my back is having shooting pain.
Oh, well, that's not good. Is that like a 12-hour shift where you're standing up the whole time?
Twenty-one says, yes. At justicat.cs2 says, Oz, sorry.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a golf course. So to the left of us is like, I believe it's a large golf course. All right, now watch this. The GPS lady.
21 says, it's okay, sir. I should probably and go to the doctor.
Okay, now she said the third exit, right? This is always, she's wrong. Okay? Well, she's going to come back and argue with me. But here we are in the traffic circle, right? She said take the third one. It's really the second one.
Sticat.cs2 says you have a hot pad to put on your back. Oh, good.
Here we go.
Good day. That's a plan.
So that's the first.
XH1 says take the second.
This is the second. Exactly. It's the second. But she says the third. One time I was coming, the first time I followed her instructions, and I'm like, immediately she said, oh no, turn around. But she always says the third.
21 says sorry, I am at work. I don't have a hot pad here at work or at home.
Yeah, but if you're having shooting pain, you probably should.
21 says mine always says the second. Ways Double Hazy says this is why she's pissed at you. You're not following her direction.
That could be. Could be. But you'll notice she didn't say anything. Like I took the second.
6448 says my experience with women is you should NT point out to your mistakes. SA21 says my area is surrounded with roundabouts.
Yeah, we have a lot in Maryland now. Becoming more popular. Watch for ice.
21 says they are fucking stupid, to be honest.
You made my lady curse, say. She doesn't.
Plus 6448 says she may not say anything no, but Pumpkin will bring it up later, when you least expect it. XA21 says oh well. XA21 says she will be okay.
She will. She's okay.
Sticat.cs2 says he's still Craig's pumpkin.
She is. I mean, she's working hard. She's working hard.
21 says snow advisory over here. At Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says she's going to direct you into a traffic jam.
Probably.
Sticat.cs2 says lol.
Say, if you've got shooting pain, you really shouldn't be like pushing it too hard.
Plus 6448 says it's a match made in a bakery van, Pumpkin and Craig.
She's getting a little spicy. It's pumpkin spice. Cruising along at it. There we go.
21 says I'm not and am doing the easy office work right now.
Oh, okay. Pretty slow.
21 says and then I am running the floor later and supervising.
Does it help if you wear like a back, like one of those stretchy brace things? Would that help? Back pain is the worst. I'm
21 says IDK.
Falls. There's a miniature golf course right there.
21 says I have had back pain but not like FISM. 21 says I don't think this is my back no more.
Somebody else's back? What are you saying? Or you think it's something else?
Sticat.cs2 says you should have it looked at.
You really should. You know, I remember.
XA21 says I think it's a organ going to hell.
Yeah, you got to be careful because I think I don't want to like. Oh, look, there's the other plant next to us. I am not a doctor, obviously, so don't take any medical advice from me. But I would see somebody because I think pain like organ, like kidneys. Your kidneys can fool you and it's your back. Kidney pain can feel like back pain.
648 says working when you're feeling well sucks. It makes everything feel like effort.
Yeah.
XA21 says Ogshwan thinks kidney stones.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. Kidneys are right there. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with that stuff. Of course, I say that, and I'm really the worst.
Sticat.cs2 says oh no.
I don't go to the doctor until I'm near death. I like to like
21
ride it.
says I told the people that I am done be the easy work today. Then tomorrow I am not going to work at all.
Oh, that's good.
Paula 6448 says have you recently done something which you usually don't, like shovel snow or slip?
That's a good question.
21 says I told my mommy and she said I should go, but I only go to the doctor with mommy.
Well, I'd say hook up with mommy and let's get there. Whatever it takes.
Hey, 21 says holla nothing that I can think of. Hey, 21 says poor mommy is at work too.
Now, is this your real mommy or is this Zay's wife's nickname?
Sticat.cs2 says off. XA21 says Craig your state looks depressing.
This isn't my state. I'm in Pennsylvania, and it looks depressing because it's foggy and kind of yucky. But I will defend Pennsylvania. It's actually a very nice place. If it were sunny, it would look much better.
21 says stepmommy. I hate my bio
At the
mommy.
next light,
Oh,
turn
stepmom.
left.
Okay. So it is a real mother figure. Well, I would definitely would go get that checked out. Especially if it's bothered. Like if you're saying shooting pain, that seems a little.
Right, turn left onto Carlisle Street.
It might. I feel like I've been here before. It might disconnect for a second, maybe not.
Sticat.cs2 says, yeah, check out. The sooner the better.
All right, so this is like sort of Main Street going through Hanover, Pennsylvania.
21 says, yep, sir.
There are too many lights at this intersection. You know what I mean? Like the lights that are closest to us are
21 says Sawyer.
for the road that goes into the parking lot. It's weird. There are like 3 sets of lights here. You would think they would all be the same at the same time.
XA21 says, I am doing payroll right now, lol.
Goodness. Well, you stay focused on that. People are counting on you.
Paula6448 says, I noticed Pumpkin hasn't been speaking.
No, she has kind of laid low, hasn't she? Well, no, she told us to turn left, didn't she, up there? I think she did. We're going to be on this road for the rest of the. I mean, this is the same.
21 says, yeah, I have 70-ish people to do.
70-ish.
At Consummate Goodness says, hi, guys, smiley face.
Hey, Kendra. Good morning.
Sticat.cs2 says, oh yeah, do that payroll, just in case you have to take some time off. XA21 says, hi Kendra, how you dig? XA21 says, doing. At Justicat.cs2 says, he, good morning Kendra.
Kendra's doing a live stream. You're doing a live stream tonight, right? 7 or 7:30?
+6448 says, hello Kendra. #21 says, Kendra, I am casually doing payroll and needing to see a doctor.
Yeah, we've diagnosed.
At Justicat.cs2 says, yeah, we go to Kendra's today.
Say is having some severe back pain. He's trying to work through it. We're all trying to get him to go to the doctor. He's resisting. So we're making up some diagnosis here. Although this is not medical advice.
Samantha Goodness says, gosh, back pain is the worst.
That's what I said. That's exactly
At
what I said.
Say21 says, poor thing me has a fucking job, Craig.
Say, you gotta stop using curse words. She says them out loud. It's embarrassing. I mean, I know you're in pain.
Says, haha.
I know you're in pain.
Sticat.cs2 says, lol. Sticat.cs2 says he must be in real pain.
I think he is. I think he's delirious. Zay, I think I should be on your payroll. If you're writing checks, spelling of my name is on the
21
channel.
says Sawyer, you know I am.
I think we should try to convince Zay that we're on the payroll.
Cat.cs2 says he is a law. At Zay21 says Craig, sorry I whooped GWT fired and I have bills.
Goodness. Kendra, we're riding through Hanover, Pennsylvania at the moment.
21 says I have been at this job for a long time, so no thanks.
I think I'm gonna get some coffee. Stop in here for a second. Little pit stop, everybody. Going to Wawa.
Take your next right onto Clover Lane.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Pumpkin.
At Zay21 says yeah.
All right, here, I'm gonna give you. There's snow in our parking spot. All right, I'm gonna run in there real quick.
Plus 6448 says make get a little something for Pumpkin while you're in there. At justacat.cs2 says wow, so that's a Wawa.
So Wawa.
At Zay21 says I am standing up leaning forward just to get some of it to go away.
That's a good visual. We're having a good visual right now. So basically, you're bent over. Is it helping? All right, I'm gonna run in there real quick.
Samantha Goodness says haha Craig.
Do I have everything I need? All right, I'm gonna leave. Alec.
21 says a little bit much. Big Daily 582 says yo.
All right, stay here, guys.
21 says how you doing Kendra? Cat.cs2 says hey it's John. Good morning. At Consumetha Goodness says doing okay smiley face. At Zay21 says John I need to go to the doctor. '21 says but I have 10 more hours of my shift. Plus 6448 says good morning John. '21 says anyways I gotta go check on outdoor up front. '21 says I will stop by John live later okay guys. 21 says to Craig I said bye bye. At Zay21 says tell. At Consumetha Goodness says good morning, John smiley face. Cat.cs2 says K take it easy Zay. Go to the doctor. Daily 582 says okay Zayel. Hi Hala, Kendra, Sawyer. At Consummate the goodness says so she can cuss as clear as day but she can't say consume lol. Cat.cs2 says lol. Daily 582 says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Daily 582 says wow I am impressed. Samantha Goodness says lol.
Back. Wow, what is this? I feel like I've just sat down in Disney World. Shouldn't we be in an amusement park right now? The sound of this music.
Cat.cs2 says it's 6:30. I have to be at work at 7. I haven't even gotten ready.
Oh my goodness. Well, you better get ready. Time flies when you're on the road.
Turn right onto Baltimore Street.
Baltimore Street.
Cat.cs2 says KBBL. At Consummate the goodness says hopefully work is close lol. At Hollow
Yeah.
6448 says do you work from home? At Cameron's Ways
Well,
Double
that's a
Hazy
good
says
question.
they said bye.
That's a good question. If you work from home, you're already there. But I'm thinking that's not the case. Wawa's coffee is like old school. Old school. They have the like the canisters with the coffee in. You know, like they have to brew it and then fill up a canister.
At Hala6448 says maybe a time traveling would come in handy right about now.
See, I should have gone to Sheets. Sheets is pretty good. Wawa's good. Wawa is good. But Sheets has like a whole. It took me the first time I went to Sheets to get coffee. It took me about 15 minutes to figure out how to do it. Because you like it's one of those things where it brews the coffee when you're there. You know, you press a button and then it brews it.
Samantha Goodness says I'm off to try and get a workout in smiley face. I'm sure I'll see you guys around later.
Yes, we'll see you tonight. Enjoy your workout. Auto spa. Still only 37 degrees. I guess when the fog lifts a little bit, because we're supposed to get to 50 today, or almost 50. Big flag on the left. Camping World. I still think it would be fun to get that flag, to put it up in your backyard.
Queen Daily 582 says okay Kendra, have a good workout.
John, I think you said hi right before I got into Wawa now that I think of it. Look at me, I'm still driving and you're up.
Queen Daily 582 says I did.
Yes, I'm actually still on the road. I had to pick up some supplies up in Pennsylvania today. So like after my delivery, I just drove. It's like northeast of Hanover, Pennsylvania. And we're just now leaving Hanover, heading back to the bakery. Which is not that far, really. Actually, between Hanover and the bakery, like that stretch of road, there are quite a few Christmas tree farms along there. It's weird, but there must be a lot of good land to grow evergreen trees and then kill them when they're in their peak. Baltimore, 34 miles. But we're not going to Baltimore. I hope Sawyer gets to work. I feel partly responsible. If she's late, they might have to write her a note she can take in with her. She was watching a live stream. Normally it's on earlier, so she was really kind of out of the those potholes. We just missed those potholes. Fog's getting thicker.
6448 says blame it on Pumpkin. It all her fault.
It is her fault. She hasn't said anything. Oh, no, she did. She said something when I went into Wawa. So we know she's still awake.
Welcome to Maryland.
Aw, see? There she goes again. She's back. I'm on her good side. See, John, I mentioned that, I try to be nice to my GPS lady.
Cameron's Ways Double Hazy says she wanted a slushie though.
She probably did, but it's not good for her electronics.
At Hollis 6448 says you should have heard what she was saying about New York when you were in Wawa.
Look at this fog. It's getting thick. Yeah, I'm sure she had a few choice words. The fog is getting worse as we go.
Irving Daily 582 says I just get tired of her always telling me what to do.
Yeah, I know. Well, you have a lot more. She has to speak more frequently. You've got more turns. Kitchen. I wonder why they have the word kitchen here. Does Highs like have a have a new thing where they make food. That location specifically said High's Kitchen. You know, the guys that work at the place where I picked up the boxes for this run that I'm taking back to the bakery. So I've been in there a couple of times, and I guess the guy recognized me. I was surprised, but like from a distance, he just kind of gave me a nod and then walked away when I first got there because he knew he had to go get our stuff was sitting on the pallet. And some other guy came over. He's like, "Are you being helped or something like that?" I'm like, "I think so." Like the guy just like smiled and nodded and walked away. So I thought he recognized, and he did. But man, it's like so cold in there. I guess it's a refrigerated building, but it'd be very uncomfortable to work in that environment all day. Although I bet it's nice in the summer. Like in the summer when it's like 100 degrees, you probably can't wait to go to work. Here we go. See, there's a bunch of Christmas trees off to the left. I don't know if you can see them. That's one of the Christmas tree farms. See a few of them. You got a year, you guys can like rest easy for a while. Oh look, the deer on the left, deer on the left. Sleeping. It's the worst spot. Ooh. That was a big one. So this town is in Maryland. We're in Maryland now. So this town is Manchester. Manchester, Maryland. I wonder why nobody's parked on the street. Odd. There's the Manchester Fire Company. Oh, big snowman. Wow. Premier Dental Care place packed. And we're back in Hampstead. Almost there. Almost there, folks. Good.
Light, turn right. At the light, turn right onto Broadbeck Road. Then you'll take your first right into the parking lot.
No, I won't. Bakery. Bakery
Right
is.
into the parking lot. Then your destination will be on the left.
We're going to the back. Now she's going to yell at me for not following her directions. That was me. All right, folks. That is the end of the journey today. We made it. So, what time is it? 10. Yeah, so it's about 4 hours total for the whole trip. A little less. I'll be back. Today's Tuesday, so I'll be back tomorrow, 5:15. Back for another delivery trip. But glad everybody hung out with me today. Appreciate everybody for hanging in there. Let's hope Sawyer made it to work on time. And Zay, if you're still out there, I hope you're feeling better. And yeah, we'll end it here. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'll catch you later. Bye.